What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to get into some adventure. We're going to have some fun with this E200 Pro from Eachine. It is also from a company named Zhang. You have seen them on the channel before. We reviewed one of their original scale military helicopters way back, maybe 2-3 years ago now. We had a crash with it. We also put FPV on it, and we may have been the reason that Zhang decided to go ahead and put some FPV on these setups and start to include that in the case. This one comes in at around $500, which in my opinion is kind of expensive for what it is. However, there is some pretty cool detail on it, and I'll show you a little bit of that after the flight test, what it's all about. It comes with the 2 battery option, the 1 battery option, and the FPV option. But to take it a step further today, I didn't just want to like take this out in the field and strap a hat cam up and start flying it around for you and, you know, show you some of the cool features. I wanted to take it into the jungle and fly it through the jungle, because when I looked at this, and you know, the other one as well, they have such cool scale details to them that I thought we need to put a little DJI FPV on here and do some running through the jungle. So that's exactly what I wanted to do with it. I wanted to fly this through the jungle and with a looming rainstorm. It had already rained a bunch of times today, but I got my DJI 03 on the bottom here. I'm running it with a 3S 450 milliamp battery with an XT30, and I'm running my DJI goggles too. And I also have the analog camera on here for you in this review. So we're going to show you both the DJI footage that I came back with and the onboard analog. So one thing you have to know though, if you're watching this video because you decide you want to FPV one of these helicopters, you want to do it on the analog system where you have a lot of clearance in a big open field, a place where there's not a lot of tree cover and bushes to go behind and things like that, and not very far distances. It's about a 300-meter range with the radio, so it's about 900 feet, maybe 2 football fields or so. And with the DJI 03, I can go places with that camera that the analog just doesn't give me full penetration. Now, if you put a larger VTX on there for an analog system and a bigger antenna, you can go further, just like DJI, and even further than DJI, but not on this little heli. But this little VTX underneath there, it's about, I believe it's a 25 milliwatt VTX, and I'm gonna send it out today in the jungle, and you guys are gonna see how it performs in the thick brush of the jungle nearby our house. So we're gonna go ahead, fire up a battery, hope it doesn't rain on us, and we're gonna go ahead and do some running in the jungle. Hope you enjoy the flight test, and after that, if this thing is still in one piece, if I don't crash in the jungle and tear it up, I'll see you back here after the flight test. All right, guys, welcome back from the flight test. Was that lucky? That was a little bit of luck and a lot of skill. Where I had the camera on the top of the heli, I wanted it there so that you guys could see some of that, so sort of like pilot's perspective, and see a little bit of the heli as we're flying through the jungle, not just kind of a straight on shot with no helicopter in the shot. I thought that angle was kind of cool, but it made it kind of hard for me to be able to kind of tell and judge how far out the rotor diameter was on the right side of the heli. There was a couple trees that were chopped in half, a couple branches chopped in half. I could hear them off in the distance. It was so weird. And as I'm flying, I can hear this blade just buzzing through the canopy, and every once in a while I'd be and chopping off one of the twigs that I was passing by. And luckily I didn't have to go out and like retrieve this in the wet jungle. It really is kind of a jungle in there, but it was kind of a cool perspective. We put it out on the side on that left wing over there, kind of pointing at an angle this direction. If you decide to do it, you can do it with a little bit of 3M VHB on the bottom of your DJI 03, run the cable down through here. And I use this stuff called Blenderm. It's the stuff that they use in the hospital to keep your skin together when you have surgery or a laceration or something like that. It's very tacky, and it doesn't come off very easy. I also use it on my FPV wings. So it worked perfect to hold down the cables underneath here. A little bit of 3M VHB holding down the DJI 03, and in the hotter summer days, you might want to maybe just put this down with a little bit of extra adhesion somehow to keep that there without it. I really like the 4 blades that it has. The tail rotor with the motor up high. It's a brushless 4-blade motor on the back. It's got this little stabilizer fin in the back and a little wheel in the back that actually does roll. And I like the fact that it came loaded with guns. There's all kinds of guns inside the box that you can strap and you can move around on here. It has rocket canisters as well on there, and some actual rockets themselves that can sit outside or again be moved around. We've got our recon antenna out the front here, and it just has all kinds of cool stuff all up and down the front, the back. I love the paint job, and has US Navy on the side and that kind of distinct red tail. SH60 over here, and FPV system on the bottom. And this battery, it charges up in about 90 minutes time, about an hour and a half. You do only get one of these adapters. I was able to use it on my standalone charger, which is kind of cool because it has an XT30 here and a balance plug. So I plugged this into my external charger, LiPo charger, and I charge it as a 3S LiPo. It's a 3S 1350 LiPo. And again, like, it has 2 little clips here. It has an FPV port. You can also put like a little beacon light off the front of it as well. And once you plug it in, you press it once and press it again, just like DJI, and then it will fire up. You'll hear this heli start up. Get it flat as quick as you can, and then it's going to kind of initialize the gyros. It needs to be flat when you plug it in. The next thing that it had was GPS on there. We didn't play around with the GPS yet, but I plan on doing that for you guys. I'll do some of the modes, and I feel like this heli deserves another review. So we should take it out to a field and fly it like an old school RC heli review, just the hat cam. Maybe I'll put a little bit of onboard video there for you so I can go back and forth. But what I want to do is show you guys all the modes that are inside the user manual, give you a little mini tutorial on that, and really a tutorial for myself, because today I was just flying it in standard GPS mode through the jungle and just trying not to destroy it and hit a tree, because, you know, I get these crazy ideas and I just go do them. And a lot of times on this channel, I mean, I suffer the consequences of that by like breaking stuff or just not being able to do a review at all because I had this crazy idea and I went and tried to do it. And that's like that's the antithesis of RC to me. It's like taking stuff apart, modding it, putting stuff on it, and going out with this crazy idea in your head and having this adventure. And today for me, that's what I wanted to do. I see these things in the jungle, you know what I mean? So that's what we did today. We just had a little bit of fun with it. And again, that's what RC is all about for me, is just having fun. And that's where it all started for me. And that's really what I've been getting back to lately, and enjoying the hobby in that kind of way. Just being creative, having fun, and Man, I love it. I just love looking at this thing. It is a cool looking helicopter. Just so cool. I love the military scale stuff. Being able to FPV this with DJI system on board, just the sweet spot of this whole heli. So everything came back today. Nothing's broken like on the last review. Still, I feel like I prefer the green better. I mean, as you can see, I'm wearing all green here, a little bit of black. But the Navy one's cool too, even though I prefer the Army one. Another thing is that the doors come off on both sides. So if you want to take the doors off and you want to put some gear inside there, maybe some FPV gear or whatever, you can do that. So there's extra storage inside there. You just got to watch out for all that rotor assembly in there as well. But yeah, it's a super cool heli. You guys can check this one out at the link down below. And if you enjoyed our review and wild flight through the jungle, I was really trying not to hit trees through there, but it was worth the flight. And I'm so happy that my idea went as planned and not the other direction today. So that was a ton of fun. But thanks again for hanging out on the channel, watching all things RC. I'm Justin Davis, Drone Camps RC. Take care, guys, and I will definitely see you on the next one. Bye-bye.